I'm Alice, she, her, and I run Alice at Wonderland Games. We be gay and go fast. I mostly speedrun, but I enjoy a lot of different kinds of games. I usually play like really hard things or competitive things in general, so I like Kaizo, I like Valorant, so like competitive shooters, League, and then I speedrun like 18 different games right now. So I actually got into speedrunning through Kaizo, which was interesting. I kind of found out about the Kaizo Mario community, and then I found out that someone was, doing a run at GDQ, and I was like, wait, a run? So I kind of got, like, interested in speedrunning as far as, like, Kaizo is concerned. And then it kind of, like, trickled down to speedrunning just my favorite games. It slowly became an excuse to replay the games that I loved as a child, but, like, faster. And with added difficulty. And so that's basically how I end up choosing my games, is what games did I love to play as a kid, and now I speedrun those. The thing that kind of ties them all together is I like being good at games, and I like being able to like measure that through tangible progress. And so like speedrunning is really hard, and there's a really tangible way that I can measure how well I'm doing, being my time at the game. And then things like competitive, like ranked ladders, those kinds of things with League, I can literally physically measure how good I am at the game based on my rank, and like whether or not I'm climbing that, it's going up or down, etc. And like I like that. I like the difficulty, and I like being able to measure where I am in that difficulty and getting better. Yes, it was kind of overwhelming to begin with, and there are like some communities that I tend to spend a lot more time in than others, basically based on like how welcomed I felt and how many friends I felt like I made in it and etc. But like it's fun to be a part of a bunch of different communities, and I like it. It's fun to see like people that I've made friends with in the Kaizo community watching these speedrun games, and like vice versa. It's fun to watch speedrunners who like watched me develop strats on like say Sly or Jack, for instance, watching me like play Kaizo games and like genuinely enjoying it because they didn't know what Kaizo was beforehand. So I feel like I'm carrying a lot of people in between those communities with me as I go. It's fun. I like it. I like being able to share like all the games that I enjoy with my stream, so like it's a good time getting to like show everybody off like to different communities and get them interested in different things. I look for I think that's why I enjoy tangible progress so much. So like with speedrunning, you can even break it down even though you're not doing like, say for instance, full run PBs or something like that. You can break it down to like, okay, I'm getting my sum of best down because I'm doing better at this level consistently, or like, I have improved several levels over time, so if I can just like get all of those in a run, then I can get a like good PB on that. I also, for competitive games, like involving myself in like guides, professional streamers for it, coaches sometimes, so like there's always something that I can be doing to get better, and I think that's why I like a lot of this, is like I can always get better, and even if it's not immediately tangibly like felt, I can have some kind of indication that I am getting better, and I like that. It also heavily depends on how much fun I'm having with it. Like, if I don't enjoy the, like, game's tech as much, then I just won't keep speedrunning it, because enjoying the game is what keeps me, like, grinding through it, and if I don't enjoy it, then I just get frustrated and it's time to stop with that game and move on to something else. The community. It's not any of the games, it's getting the, like, groups of people that I've, like, actually gotten together all in, like, one stream and talking to each other and stuff. I really enjoy the games, but the games, more than anything, are just, like, a means to, like, enjoy the community as well, and, just show off to, like, people that I like being around what I enjoy doing as well. So I think my greatest my greatest accomplishment is the community itself, rather than the games. I'm coming up on 2 years. Which, like, I didn't realize that, like, it legitimately doesn't feel like that long. I guess, like, in combination with I've been really enjoying it, but also Pandemic World kind of, like, slowed everything down, so it does not feel like it's, been 2 years. I have a lot that I really wanted to get done with my life that, like, didn't involve streaming to begin with. So, like, it's interesting, like, this detour into streaming that I've taken, because it combines a lot of my favorite aspects of things I've enjoyed for a long time, but I really wanted to go into psychiatry, and I kind of had to, like, take a break from schooling and everything, and I've been doing this mostly with my break, and, I didn't realize that it would be as fun as it is, and I didn't realize that I would take it as seriously as I have. So, like, I'm at this impasse of, like, I really like streaming, I want to go back into psychiatry. I don't know which one I enjoy more. I like people, I like helping people, and I like interacting with people. Oh, that's hard. People are just interesting, I guess? Like, people are really interesting because they're so different. They have so many different passions. I think the fact that people can make a passion out of anything really interests me. Like, it doesn't matter how small or niche or, like, odd that passion is, people will enjoy it, and they will enjoy, like, every aspect of life, even things that you, like, didn't think about originally. And just, like, people are interesting. They're just always fun to get to know, and, I like them. They're unique every time. Do I have a philosophy? I guess enjoy it more than anything else. Like, nothing will be tedious as long as you're having fun with it. So, like, even, like, the long haul grinds and games and those kinds of things, like, they don't feel difficult as long as you're enjoying the little pieces and little steps and stuff. Probably something along the lines of my optimism, I would guess. Because I really try to stay positive no matter the situation, and, like, that has gotten me into a lot of, like, I feel like that kind of contributes a lot to my perseverance, and, like, things where a lot of people would be like, I would have quit this, or there's no way I would have, like, stood this long, or, like, something like that. I also describe it as I'm stubborn as heck, but, like the good kind of stubborn. Most of the time. Yeah, it pisses my friends off sometimes in, like, League and stuff, because I refuse to surrender games, because I'm like, every game is winnable, and they're like, please. It usually helps a lot before a game, or after a game. It can also work to, like, go back and re-examine it or something, but before a game, just pick something and be like, this is what I'm improving on, so that you kind of have that in your mindset before the game even starts, and that's what you're thinking about. And I think that helps a ton. Whether or not people are enjoying my content, because I worry about it to a degree sometimes that, like, it affects me during stream mentally, so, like, I feel like I stream worse because I'm worrying about it. It's like, it's one of those things, especially when I'm playing, like, some kind of niche game that people don't know about, people don't show up for, etc., and my viewership drops, and it's just like, I get really in my own head about it. I have a really bad issue with anxiety, like, to the point where I am pretty sure I have, like, a generalized anxiety disorder, and I really need to do something about it, but I don't know what yet. I've gotten way too used to hiding it, but, like, it's real bad. There are a lot of times where, like, I get really anxious that, like, is today's stream gonna be a bad one or something for some reason before I start it? And, like, once I get into it, I never worry about it, like, once I'm actually, like, in the stream and just having fun with people, but, like, it's one of those things where, like, a lot of the times the people themselves are what get me through it, like my Discord, or, like, just seeing people, like, names that I, like, know and appreciate in my chat, or things like that. And then finally, a lot of the times, even when I'm like real scared and like socially anxious and those kinds of things, I'm like, I want to see progress on my speedrun. So I am just going to sit, I'm going to be more quiet than normal, but I'm going to play game and I'm going to do good. There are a lot of people who like, normally I stream at like 8 p.m, but then people will DM me like 11 p.m. like, hey, is there a stream tonight? And I'm like, oh yeah, there is. They'll just shrug. Okay, sure. If I had any semblance of a kind of schedule, I feel like I would grow a lot more than I currently am, but I don't have a schedule, and I probably should, and I should fix that, but I'll work on that at some point. I get really in my own head of like, if I say that I'm gonna do this game at this time, but then I'm not feeling playing this game, then I'll feel really bad if I switch games, and then my stream's gonna be mad at me, which makes like no logical sense. But it feels really weird to like lock myself into a game because I get scared I'm not gonna enjoy it, or if I'm like sick at one point, and theoretically my stream is going to be like, yes, we understand you are sick, please take the time off. But if I say beforehand, hey, I'm streaming on this day, and then I cancel due to being sick, I feel like I'm letting people down. And it's the whole thing. I don't know why my head is like this, but it is. I have been on the train of thought of hate raids recently, so we want to discuss those. One thing that I think would be super duper helpful is being able to limit your channel, being able to limit your chat in particular to people whose account is older than a set amount, because hate raids are generally like mass-created accounts that were all like less than a day old. So if you could like set your account to only see people older than a day, then like that would help a ton. It's a thing. I also feel like just in general, visibility, harder stances, just like the in general like what's the word? I guess like positioning or like stance. Twitch taking like a stance enough that like they won't tolerate this, rather than like, we're sorry you have to deal with this, we'll figure out a way to do it. I like Twitch taking a harder line stance of like, you know, this is unacceptable, we'll work as hard as we can to shut down these groups, like, you know, those kinds of things. Like, even posting some kind of outward show of, like, this is not acceptable and we're here to protect minority voices, rather than, like, we're sorry, you know? It blows my mind that hate raids even exist, in general. It really does. Their inaction speaks, like, crazy volumes. It's actually, like, in several instances, it's made me consider, like, should I try to break my affiliate contract and seek out elsewhere, like, streaming? But, I can't think of any platform in which, one, I could still reach the community that I have, but two, I would have as big of a voice as I would on a Twitch platform. So I think that my best option is to, like, stick with Twitch and work on changing it, rather than trying to, like, abandon it. There are ways to deal with it, I guess, is the biggest thing. I would also say that letting fear win just kind of plays into them a little bit. Like, I basically want to talk to them and be like, hey, you have a really big community here that can support you. Exactly what you were saying, is that's one of the most important things that someone can find out, is like, you have lots of people that you can talk to, you're not alone in this, people have been through a bunch of different experiences that can definitely help you in yours, so like, ask around, talk about it, be open, and like, it's a lot less scary than you think.